I have earlier pointed out that language is a production of sounds, and that sound has any meaning, it can be called as word sound. Word sound consists of two elements, vowel and consonant. In English language, there are 24 consonant sounds, and to write these consonant sounds, we have provided symbols from geometric form, straight line and a shallow curve. P, B, T, D, J, J, K, G, F, V, Itidi, S, Z, Ish, G, M, N, Ing. Like that, there are consonant sounds and we have provided forms to write in shorthand. And the next part is vowel. There are 6 long vowel sounds and 6 short vowel sounds in the English language. The long vowel sounds A, E, O, U. Corresponding short vowels A, E, O, U. Now these vowel sounds are provided with signs. See the chart. The long vowel sounds A, E are provided with a thick dot. You know, in our system, the heavy sound is represented by a thick stroke. Similarly, these long vowel sounds are considered to be heavy. So, the long vowel sounds A, E are represented by a heavy dot or thick dot. It should be written at a stretch. It should not be rewritten. At a stretch, you will have to put thick. With heavy pressure, if you put a dot, it will be a thick dot. If you put with a heavy pressure, it will become a thick dot. So, long vowel sounds A, E are provided with a heavy dot. The long vowel sounds O, U are represented by a heavy dash. It is not a big dash, it is a small dash. Similarly, the short vowel sounds A, E are represented by a light dot with a little pressure. With a little pressure, if you put a dot, it will become a light dot. So, the short vowels A, E are represented by a light dot. The short vowels O, A, U are represented by a light dash. Now I repeat, the long vowel sounds A, E are represented by a heavy dot. The corresponding short vowel sounds A, E are represented by a light dot. The long vowel sounds A, E are represented by a heavy dot. The corresponding short vowel sounds A, E are represented by a light dot. Similarly, the long vowel sounds O, U are represented by a heavy dash, and the corresponding short vowel sounds O, U are represented by a light dash. So, a dot and dash are provided to represent the vowel sounds. A dot and dash. If it is a heavy vowel sound, thick dot and thick dash. If it is a light vowel sound, a light dot and a light dash. I repeat, the long vowel sounds A, E are represented by a heavy dot. Similarly, the long vowel sounds O, U are represented by a heavy dash. The short vowel sounds A, E are represented by a light dot, and the short vowel sounds O, U are represented by a light dash. The signs for vowels are called vowel signs. In the system of writing, a heavy sound is represented by a thick stroke or sign, and similarly, a light sound is represented by a thin stroke or a thin sign. Just as you write the consonant strokes at a stretch, the vowel signs are also written at a stretch. There are 2 sides to a stroke consonant, before and after. There are 2 sides to a stroke consonant, before and after. For down strokes, before side, after. For perpendicular strokes, left hand side before, right hand side after. Similarly, you see the table and observe which side is before and which side is after. Even for straight lines or curved strokes. There are 3 points alongside the stroke consonant on both sides. In order to put the vowel signs at the beginning, the middle and at the end. That means there are 3 points close to the stroke consonant, either before side or after side. What for? To put the vowel signs. The points are at the beginning of the stroke, the middle and at the end of the stroke. 3 points. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. See the table. They are imaginary places. Just you will put that dot or dash there. For that purpose, those places are there. As these places are meant for putting the vowel signs, they are called vowel places. They are called vowel places. These vowel places are counted from the point where the stroke begins. For upstrokes, from bottom upward. 1, 2, 3 like that. For downstrokes, from top downward. 1, 2, 3 like that. That means first place, second place, third place. First place, second place, third place. Like that. Now we will put the vowel signs in the places. How we will get the sounds? We will observe now. If a heavy dot is written in first place, it sounds A. In second place, it sounds A. In third place, it represents the sound of E. Similarly, if a heavy dash is written in first place, it sounds O. In second place, it sounds O. In third place, it represents the sound of Oo. Similarly, a light dot, when written in first place, it represents the sound of A. And if it is written in second place, it gives the sound of A. And in third place, it sounds E. Similarly, a light dash, when written in first place, it sounds O. And in second place, it sounds O. And in third place, it represents the sound of U. Okay? As I said earlier, the word sound consists of vowels and consonants. Now, vowels and consonants are given easily writable symbols or signs. So, if the vowels and consonants of a word are written, it means the word is written. After all, in the word sound, there are consonants and vowels. If these consonants or vowels are written easily and quickly, it means that we have written the word. The vowel signs may be placed on either side of the stroke consonant. If a vowel sign is written before the stroke consonant, it is called preceding vowel, and it should be read before the stroke consonant is read. You see the example. P we have written. Before P, heavy dot is written. That means you will have to read first that heavy dot. A. Then P. Up. A plus P. Ape. Like that you will have to read. So this A, if you put before P, it is called preceding vowel. Similarly, if a vowel sign is written after the stroke consonant, it is called following vowel and it should be read after the stroke consonant is read. See the example. Up, the stroke P is written. What is the after side? Right hand side. After side. Which vowel you have written? Heavy dot. Representing, what is the sound it represents? A. because you have written after the stroke consonant that vowel sign, it is called following vowel. How to read now? You read first up, then read A. So the following vowel is to be read after the stroke consonant is read. Because before P, there is no vowel. There is no vowel at all. Therefore, you will have to read first up plus A. Pay. Up plus A. Pay. Up A. Up A. Pay. Up A. Pay. Like that. Now you have seen preceding vowel and following vowel. In longhand, the word is written based on spelling. Whereas in shorthand, the word is written as per its sound with quickly and easily writable small forms consisting of lines, curves, dots and dashes only. Now, let us consider examples of how the words are written in shorthand. To write a word in shorthand, first write all the consonant strokes and then put the vowel signs at relevant places. First place, second place, third place. Before side or after side, like that. Examine and put that vowel. Putting the vowel signs is called vocalization. Shorthand form for a word is called outline. There is one important note. In longhand writing, a short dash and curve are placed on top of the letters to differentiate long vowels from short vowels respectively. That is, it is only in longhand writing, not in shorthand. When we are writing letters to represent vowel sounds in longhand, you observe like this. Long vowel sounds, a, e, o, u, these are long vowel sounds. A. It is written in longhand, A-H, capital letters, isn't it? So on the top of this A-H, they write a small dash, just to indicate that it is a long vowel sound. It is just to indicate, it is only indication. It is only an indication to say that it is a long vowel sound. Similarly, for short vowel sounds, they put a small curve, a small curve. For example, a, that is a long vowel sound. A, that is short vowel sound. So, a is written in longhand, A, the letter A. English alphabets, you know. So, one letter A is written. You should not sound it as A. Just to represent that short vowel sound A. That sound is A. It is written in longhand A. Similarly, long vowel sound A. That is written with the letter, capital letter A. So, a small dash is placed on the top of that letter. Now, short vowel A, that sound is represented by the letter E. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, E. You know, alphabets. A, B, C, D, E. That letter is used here to represent the sound of A. For example, you know the word escape. In the word escape, you are writing the spelling E-S-C-A-P-E, escape. So, how you sound that word escape? Egg, E-G-G, egg. You write the letter E in longhand to represent the sound A. Sound is A. You write in longhand the letter E. Understand? Okay. You have seen now, for example, you see cage. Ik plus A. For the long sound A, cage, for example, ik plus A, long vowel sound. the letter is used A plus J. So on the top of that a small dash is used. Just it is in longhand. It is not at all connected with shorthand. Then loop. How do you write in longhand phonetic spelling? L plus oo. The sound is oo, long vowel. But you write in longhand capital letters O. To say it is long, a small dash is written on the letters O. Plus P, loop, over. Book, ub, plus U. It is not oo, it is not long vowel, short vowel, U. That U is also written in longhand with the letters O. So you should not get confused. Long vowel sound oo is also written in longhand O. That is why to differentiate that we have written capital letters O to represent long sound, small letters O to represent the sound, short vowel sound U. So in the longhand they write a small curve. A small curve is used. It is written on the top. It is not at all a signs for shorthand. It is only signs for longhand. Just to identify the sounds, whether it is a long or short. Book, b, u, plus ik, book. Okay? Right.